Alright, welcome back, guys. I was just making a short video about Tesla, and if you're interested, can click on the channel and go and look about the Tesla analysis. And the market is crazy. It's been up and down, super high volatility, and I would say that right now, what is the situation? Well, I can tell you, I have no idea. It seems to have recovered, but will this 90-day pause of tariffs by Trump's give a huge rally during this period of time? Or would it just give us back to the previous structure and then create a new low again until this 4,500 value for the XNP for almost all stocks? So we don't know. Even I don't know. I will never know whether it's gonna go up or down. However, I do know that I made some adjustment on my portfolio. Okay, I sold my Coca-Cola during the downturn over 68. Yeah, it went up, and the reason why I sold this because I saw other opportunities. As we mentioned during this video, is that the reasons why we sold our shares is, firstly, is definitely the analysis of, or the sentiment of the company start to shift. Maybe because of decreasing revenue, decreasing net income, showing sign of weaknesses from the company. However, in this case, Coca-Cola is a great company with consistently being rewarded with high revenue and net income, and this is considered as a really stable and consistent stocks or company to own. However, this is the second reason why I sold Coca-Cola, which is I saw better opportunities. For example, I'm buying a low at Apple's, at Palantir, at Visa, and Microsoft, but I'm not buying it right now because I'm waiting for a pullback for this recent rally due to the fact that Trump's announced 90 days of tariffs pause. And I also sold MooMoo. Yeah, this one. This is the tobacco company, and I kind of noticed that this has actually deal with some legal actions, but I'm not sure why. And also I sold this because I do see other opportunities. Plus, for MO, this company has actually consistent revenue, slightly decreasing, and it doesn't show any growth. However, this is some company that's show maturity, that is already having stable economics position and mode in these industries, and perhaps it's a stable stock now. However, I sold it because I do see other opportunities over more companies that I wish to buy. For example, Visa. However, Visa, they pump back and I wouldn't able to enter it, and I would like to see some pullback again, or maybe another low, before I can enter and buy more shares of Visa. But we'll see about that because we don't know what's going to happen within this 90 days of pause. However, I will be purchasing some of them when the time is right, of course, when we see some pullback onto the previous low, or perhaps making a lower low, which of course it will attract my attention to it. So that is the thing. And United Health. So United Health for me has been a, how should I say this? It's been a roller coaster. It dumps because of the CEO being shot, and then kind of recovery, and then we have earnings, and then we have these Trump tariffs and so on and so forth, which is crazy. And then now it's back up, and then yeah, we're here. So for United Health, because this one is in my IBKR account, and I would like to clear out some of my account's positions so that I can accumulate all my funds into a single account, which is easier for me to manage instead of just having multiple accounts. Plus, IBKR has this really, how should I say it, very complicated ways of maintaining it, because it requires you to like update your financial situations on and stuff. I understand the procedures, but yeah, it's very annoying in the long run, and I kind of want to move to MooMoo. Weeble, I'm not sure the condition between these two, but I think they provide similar services. However, I think MooMoo is one of the most favorite one instead of Weeble. Yeah, that's it. All right, and then for the QQQ, but it's JP Morgan's, and then we're seeing some pullbacks here because we're not actually in a clear downtrend. However, we don't know when is the bottom, when is the breakout of the bear and start to go bull again. We have no idea, and yeah, we'll just wait and see. I'll be basically buying Visa if it comes back down to low or lower. I'm willing to own Visa. Palantir is, I am confusing right now. I have no idea where it's gonna go, but this level of support does its job pretty well, and yeah, we'll see about that if it comes back down to our 200 moving average, and then perhaps that's a buy. And I'll be considering selling PG because once it profits, but yeah, this might take some time because I noticed that this is a good stock, I have to tell you, but I do see more opportunities outside of other company which I'm interested to invest in, like Microsoft, Apple. So a similar idea, wanting to wait for the candle formation. I want to see whether or not does this resistance prevails. Is it actually there? And if there is, and Trump came out with another, oh sorry, cancel the 90 days pause, we're going for some huge crazy idea right now on tariffs, and then suddenly the tanks lower, and then only then it pumps back up. That might happen, but not now. I'm not sure. Alright, so right now in my positions I have negative net income because yeah, so a lot of stock dropping. If you ask me if I'm stressful, I'm stressful, but this is how market works. You don't sell it, you don't lose money, because in the long run it will come back up. If you buy a company, of course, don't buy companies like this, you know, Clean Spark, bad companies. All right, those are my lessons. Okay, but I'm holding on to it, not only to remind myself, don't sell it, just let it flow, because it doesn't matter actually. Because in the long run, the good ones will cover up the bad ones, and you might don't even want to sell the bad ones, but eventually I will cut losses, and that's the best way to allow my cash to go into different sectors and regenerate more. Yeah, so that's it all for today's video. I think next video I'm going to talk about my mentor. I don't pay courses to trade. My dad paid courses to trade last time, although he already knows most of the knowledge. It's just that yeah, it's just that the way he explores different trading styles, and basically it's from YouTube. You don't need fancy stuff, you just need to know the idea. Even online they always tell you to buy and hold. Is it time to buy and hold? dollar cost averaging, and then so on and so forth, hedging, buying different diversification is important, all that stuff is just normal. Just whether or not you follow the idea of how you see the market. So you have to fix one rule for yourself, because if you don't, you don't know what you do. And especially in the long run, they say returns are high. And of course, but if you buy cheap garbage stock, garbage is always going to be garbage. That's a simple idea. Alright, so I'll end the video here, and today's Saturday morning, and we'll see about how next week goes. But oh yeah, we have earnings seasons coming on, quarter 2, and yeah. Alright, see you.